All right. Good morning. I guess it's someone. Yes. Mr. Griffin, would you introduce yourself? Tell us your name and DOC number.
Ray Griffin, 85249.
Okay, Mr. Griffin, you know the drill. You've been here before, haven't you?
I guess we know.
All right. So let me just go through the preliminaries. You're classified as a third felony offender. You're currently serving a 40-year sentence for armed robbery out of Bossier Parish. You were sentenced in 2001. Parole eligibility was August 1st, 2021, and your full term date is January 7, 2040. That's right. You were denied, parole in January of last year because you didn't really have a good transition plan at that time. And so you since reapplied, and I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Roche so he can talk to you about whatever your plan may be now.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Good morning, Mr. Griffin. How are you?
Good morning, how are you? I'm currently a client for the Parole project, and as far as my
Okay, we got to get to that. We're going to get to that. Okay.
okay.
You had a hearing on January 27, 2022, and a panel would have released you, but you didn't have a transition plan. So basically, let's see what you've done since January 2022. I see that you have a transition plan with the refinery mission in Opelousas, Louisiana, and you have a job with J&J Construction. So tell us about it.
After the hearing of January, I went back and got with Dr. Searching, and we contacted Refinery Mission, and they accepted me at that program. And he sent a letter, and he's faxed or emailed a letter here to
We have the letter. We have the letter from the director of the refinery.
yes. And that's where
And we also have a letter from J&J Construction. What were we doing for the construction company?
construction, basically building, more or less say helping with housing and different stuff.
Okay. So tell me exactly what you've been doing since the last hearing. Tell me about the programs that you've completed since last hearing.
At the particular time I was in the veterans program, and we continue to go over information that the program presented to us. And I don't have my certificates or anything on hand right now, but I had sent a copy of it to the parole board.
Okay, just tell me exactly what you've completed since your last hearing.
I think there was, they had a substance, I think it was a substance abuse class. There was my memory is,
Living in balance?
sir.
Was it living in balance?
Yes, one.
You completed pre-release.
Yes, sir. Completed that.
Okay. Anything else?
I completed anger management.
Stress management?
Yes, sir.
Have you had any disciplinary write-ups since your last hearing?
No, sir.
Last disciplinary was in 2018, is that correct?
That's correct.
Board, would you like to make any comments or observations?
Oh,
Let's see, yes, sir, Mr. Parole, like you said, he hasn't had a write-up since 2018. He's finished in September, he finished the Veterans Mentorship Program. He's been doing well. I think he's definitely on the right track. He speaks well. I think he's ready to change his past behavior. And he's got a little old now. He's realizing that it got to change, or he's gonna end up dying in this place. So I think he's starting to realize that now, since he's a young man now.
Well, Mr. Griffin, Ms. Renazi, and the other members thought you were ready last time. Bonnie Jackson and Brandon Kelsey, but you didn't have a transition plan in place. Now you have that transition plan in place. You have employment, and you will be going initially to the Louisiana Parole Project. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Madam Chairman?
Is there a statement you'd like to make before we vote? Anything you want to say?
Would you?
Mr. Griffin, yeah, is there anything you want to say? We see that Mr. Myers, the Parole Project, has joined us, so I'm supposing that that's to show the support of the Parole Project, as you've indicated, that's your plan. So anything you want to say to us before we vote?
I would want to thank the parole board in advance if they decide to allow me to go free. And I want to assure them that there's nothing that would deter me from the mission that I'm on at the present time. And I won't do anything to disappoint anyone, especially my niece, because she's been behind me so much. And she, I mean, stays on me every time. I mean, she constantly emails me and everything. And I think I know it would hurt her more than it would hurt me if I was to do anything. And I couldn't disappoint her nor myself, because I've come through for it. I've gotten a bit older, as the warden says, and I definitely don't want to end it in a place like this. I'd like to spend the rest of my life as a free man, being productive in society, doing whatever I can to help whomever I can.
I think we're ready to vote, Mr. Roche.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Mr. Griffin, at the last hearing, the panel charged you with doing something, and you did a fine job. You did everything they asked you to do. You completed additional programs. You've had no disciplinary write-ups since the last hearing. So I'm going to grant your early release based upon positive remarks by Warden Vorlower and your transition plan initially to the Louisiana Parole Project, and then the refinery mission in Opelousas, Louisiana. Your conditions after release: you're to have a curfew from 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. You are to attend NAAA meetings at the discretion of your parole officer, and you are to do 5 hours of community service per month. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.
Mr. Griffin, I just want to state on the record, just so that you are aware, like you said, you got to stay between the lines in the name of your niece, but you do have victim opposition. I just want to state that for the record. So that should motivate you as well to do well. And you do have law enforcement opposition, just making you aware of that. But my vote is the same for the same reason. I grant, I wish you well.
Mr. Griffin, my vote today also is to grant to the Parole Project and then the refinery in Opelousas with the same special conditions. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you all.
Parole has been granted.